All the way DTR. All I do is fucking down on my name. I wake up and smoke the gas every day.
Obviously, we're down the road, DTR Media here at ID Labs with JD.
What's up,
JD
homie?
made this. He makes some fucking heat.
What's up, guys?
Leave it at that. Let's get it started with who are you? Like, what's your name? What do you go by?
Well, my name is JD. My producer name is JDMadeThis. That's where you can find me on all platforms at JDMadeThis.
Right.
Also, JDMadeThis.com.
Yeah. All right. And you just make beats, or do you just engineer? What's more of your forte?
So I started off making beats, but now I engineer too. So I do both.
Word. Okay.
I do everything except for being an artist. So
My next question would have been, who do you have with you? But obviously, we're kind of just all here with Lotto, X6J, DTR team. We're gonna move on to where are we right now? Where are we sitting in? Where are we in?
So we're actually at my studio. This is Studio B in ID Labs.
Hell yeah.
You're in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'm
We're
sure
the
you guys
Magic
didn't know that
Athens.
yet.
Yep.
We got personal work next.
Yeah, we got 3 questions more regarding to like getting to know you as a producer and an engineer.
So for the personal work, right? So just list off your favorite collaborations, like who you work with, people you're known to work with, just your own personal work and experience here.
Man, so that's the thing is, like, I've worked with a lot of people here. Like, the client list is, like, probably, like, close to, like, 500 now, but obviously, like, people come and go. Like, people obviously decide to quit and start rap at, like, different times. But been working with, like, a bunch of people consistently throughout the whole time I've been here. Like, the past, like, 3 years, like, I've been working with Fed, like, basically getting all his music done here. But, like, there's been other clients I've had for, like, even 4 or 5 years, too, man. So.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Fed's
a lot of people
crazy.
come and go though. Like that's just how it is.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
But a lot of people have been through this studio before, man. I think it's close to like 400 or 500.
Yeah. What are some of the big names? Yeah, what are some of the big names, bro?
Some of the big names. Like a lot of big names have like sat in these rooms, but like as far as recording, like I haven't recorded too many like huge people, you know? Like I was telling somebody else earlier, like we used to get a lot more bigger people when there were a lot of shows coming to Pittsburgh, but there's not too many like big artists coming to Pittsburgh for shows, like it seems like after COVID.
Yeah.
Like hopefully that changes soon though. We'll see.
Definitely. There's going to have to be someone to turn the city up.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely. But like I heard like back in the day, like before I worked here, like there would be like I guess like Big Sean was in like this booth and like Juicy J, like a bunch of people like you'd never think like in the Studio B booth, like
Just
not
names
even
you
like the
never
big
expect.
room. Yeah.
Dang.
That shows how deep the culture is at ID Labs, though. Really.
Oh, God, bro.
Yeah,
it
like
really does.
back in the day, it sounded like there was some sick stuff going on, man.
Yeah. Homies, bro.
Before
But that's
today,
not,
even.
that changes. Like you know, people just work like via email now. Like a lot of verses are just like phoned in, basically.
Yeah.
Like you'll do an open on a song, and then like you'll just send them the verse from your studio or your house. Like
Yeah.
it's just easier, you know.
Get all the
Facts.
stems and engineer it yourself.
Nice and quick.
Yeah, exactly.
So do you like to
Right.
prioritize like email when you work with artists, or what do you like to prioritize when sending music?
I mean, dude, I work with a lot of people like via email. Like there's people I've never even met before, but like I mix their music. You know, they live in like, you know, California or wherever
Yeah.
in the world. But it's mostly like I'm mostly like doing like in person instead. Like it's cool though. Like you can still get stuff done via email. Like it's all the same.
Right. New age, everything just happens and moves faster like that.
But it's cooler when we actually get to record the track in here and then like we mix it together. Like that's a whole
Facts.
different energy, man.
Facts.
It's cool.
It changes the whole environment. The whole environment feels it. You can feel
Absolutely
it through the
agree.
floors, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, bro, I really made that shit.
And think about like I'm there like at the start of the song too if I'm recording it, like so you're like in control of like the whole song, man. You're the one that like you can make sure that it comes out like the way you want it to,
Right,
basically.
bro. Right.
Add your own little flair to it, like more than you can ever do with emailed beats. Or email
Yeah,
verses, you
and
mean.
like at least if like it's recorded here, man, I know like the song will like turn out like good quality. Like I'll be able to like work with it, you know.
Right. Yeah. That adds
like-
more of your own touch to it.
Yeah, exactly.
I just want to say before we move on to the next one, that really just shows, you know what I'm saying, your craft and how important music is for you and like the time you take on it, which is
It's awesome, man.
what every artist wants, a producer like that. You know what I'm saying? So the next one is, what's a favorite project that you had involvement with, or what's a favorite project that's out currently that you would say you had an involvement in that you love, or you're
Oh man, that's a good question. I would have to say, dude, the one I'm most excited about is probably Fed's next project we're working on right now.
Oh yeah.
It's called Fedcella. It's gonna be dropping pretty soon, but like this is some of like my favorite music like I've worked on. I think it's some of like his favorite music he's worked on. So
That's awesome, man.
Super
I'm excited for
excited
that
about
tape.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's gonna be a banger.
As far as favorite projects out, it's hard to think, man. Like I've made like a whole Spotify playlist of like things I've like
That you've had a touch in.
mixed or like recorded or like even like had a part in, but like I don't know, it's tough to say one project. There's a lot of good stuff I've worked on, man. Sometimes I'll just like cruise through that list and I'm like, man, like I've forgotten about like half
Like,
of these
holy
songs
shit.
sometimes. Like
That's amazing, man.
a lot of hidden gems, man.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Nah, that's amazing, bro.
Yeah, but definitely
real.
excited about Fed's next project. I think that's gonna be probably the music I'm like most excited about like coming out.
I can agree with
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one on my side over here. I'm waiting for Fetchello, man.
I mean, that actually brings us to our next question, because our next question is the biggest artist influence that you have for yourself, non-producers. So just artists that you see, it doesn't have to be Pittsburgh-based, but any artists that really influence you for your craft of music on the producer side of things.
Man, you guys brought like really good questions today.
Appreciate you, bro.
That's how we
Yeah.
do it.
DTR.
You guys really got me thinking. As far as artist influences, like, oh man, I feel like now is the age of like really new and weird experimental stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say that I'm still inspired by like the same producers and like artists I've been inspired by. I don't think like maybe I'm not listening hard enough, but I'm not really inspired by anybody like super new.
Yeah.
Maybe Yeet, if that counts as new, but I don't even think that's like new
Yeah.
anymore. Like,
It's just a level experimental shit he has. It's so interesting to look into.
yeah, like
But
there
that
was a
would
lot
be,
of
like,
good
the
music
start of
last
that
year,
new
but as
wave.
far as like this year, like I haven't really found any like really cool new inspiration.
Right.
But I think I just need to look harder, to be honest with you.
Yeah. To be honest, the new wave coming in.
Oh,
And
yeah.
to be honest, there's actually like two waves. Like I'd say Yeet is the start of that wave, but there's honestly another wave coming. So
No,
Just
there's a
gotta
lot
stay
of there's a
searching.
lot of stuff going on, man. Like, I don't know. It's hard to tell what direction music's actually gonna go in until it actually happens. Until like one of them takes over.
Time can only really tell with that.
Yeah, exactly.
so you can handle the last one. This actually we're moving on to the city of Pittsburgh. Just involvements with the city. Wait,
Oh yeah, pass that bean over here. All right,
if
all right.
you will.
Within the music scene in Pittsburgh, within a general aspect, what do you really see coming out of Pittsburgh right now? What do you think is going to be up next in Pittsburgh? A couple artists you can put on if you had to, or anyone you just been seeing working really?
That's a good question. Like, what do I think is on the rise per se?
Yeah.
Speaking on that new wave.
That's a really good question, man. I feel like the names that we all know, like, have been doing, like, the people that have had a chance have, like, been doing it, and, like, they keep doing it. So,
The
I don't know, it's hard to say.
consistency.
I feel like there's probably, like, 10 to 15 people that could probably break out at any time. Like, you have to realize there's a lot of talented artists in Pittsburgh, but it just depends on, like, who's willing to put in the work,
Right.
who gets, like, a little bit of luck, and who also can, like, pop off on social media at the same time and, like, build a real fan base.
Right.
There's a ton of dudes in the city that can do it, but as long as you like reach those qualifications, I think it could probably happen. You know,
Yeah, I agree with that.
like there's plenty of people that have the talent here, man. It's just that like everything else has to work out for them.
Yeah.
It all has to be based on their own drive too and motivation.
Like there's a lot of like talented like rappers, R&B singers, pop singers,
Even
like
bands.
bands too. We have everything, man. But it's just like those other things have to come into
Yeah.
play. Like it doesn't even really matter how talented you are anymore because there's a lot of people that are
Exactly, social
talented.
media.
Like you just have to separate yourself some other way.
Yeah.
So
Nah, that's some real shit on God. Like you have to have like the full all around and everything, marketing, strategy. Like that's something I've realized. Like that comes with the game.
like not to like avoid the question of like who do you think's gonna like blow up in Pittsburgh, but it could be a lot of people,
Could
man.
be anyone,
facts.
really.
It's just that like
Facts.
those qualifying things have to happen. You
Right.
know, you have to build a fan base, you have to go viral, and you know, it doesn't even not necessarily have to be all organic, but like you have to have some organic fan base. Like
For real.
So a lot of people always talk about Pittsburgh being like a hating ass city or a loving ass city. It's either one or the other. What would you
Right.
say Pittsburgh is like?
oh man, that's tough. I don't know. It depends. It depends who you are. A lot of people will not really support until like it actually gets to a certain level too, which like
Mhm.
I can understand too. It's like you don't really believe in someone until like you actually see them accomplishing something. But I think that's for the most part how it is. Like people probably won't support you until you get to like a certain level.
You got
And
to
then,
give
like,
the city a reason to support you, really.
yeah, and then when it's like cool to support you, it'll be cool. You'll get the support.
That's what it
Yeah.
is. Human nature is weird.
But that's cool, man. You only need like your core, 10 to 15 like real network
Jeez.
to like start to make something happen. Then you grow
Facts.
from there,
Facts.
That's the beauty in this stuff, man. You just have a collective and you build off it.
But like I don't think people should use that excuse like that people aren't supporting them to like just give up or whatever, because that's like super easy to get in your head about too, You don't want to be like just making all these excuses.
Facts.
Like you just want to try to get after it in the first place.
I definitely like what you just said about having your little, pack or whatever, because DTR, like
Like what you
pack of
guys have,
savages,
man.
facts. Like, and it's so motivational because the days that you're down, we have other artists where you look and they're like, they have some shit popping off, even if you don't have anything popping off, and everyone's supporting them, and you want to support too. And then when you got some shit popping off, everyone's supporting you. It's like such a different vibe. So
you
honestly,
guys could just be in like a big group message and
Yeah.
basically just send out all your music like when it comes out. Like everybody supports each other. Like
that's the wave.
I'm telling y'all,
Yeah.
man, motivation is infectious. Like, the more you motivate and the more you push other people, the more it just rubs off on yourself and you kind of take your own advice, I feel like.
yeah, man, you guys are heading the right direction, man.
Appreciate that, man.
That means a lot, bro, for real.
No, like especially as young dudes, like it's hard to find people that are like that focused on the goal. And like if you guys all focus on the same goal, it'll be easier for you guys to
Bound to
achieve
happen.
it.
It's all about the process, man. We just got to trust the process. We're not Philadelphia, but we're Pittsburgh.
Turning up for PA.
West side, best side, fuck Philly. Back to the interview.
If
In
a
case you
little
guys
box
didn't know, we
pops
have
up,
X6
you
Jade
know.
here
X6
too.
Jade.
Come
Come
on
in,
out,
bro.
come on
Come
out,
in,
X6
X6.
Jade. Come say what's up to the man.
Motherfucker who started our connection with ID.
Real shit. Shout out Jade.
X6.
Hey, I appreciate you.
Gang.
Where do you see the city growing in like the next 10 years?
Well, that's a really good question. I mean, if you want me to be honest, probably. This is not the answer you're expecting, but like healthcare.
Yeah, honestly, bro. There's some smart motherfuckers down in Oakland right now whipping up the cancer cure. And I put money on it.
But no, I have a lot of friends in the healthcare industry, and I just hear that that's like the next trend in Pittsburgh
It's looking good.
as far as like opening jobs and everything.
Healthcare.
That's
But
it, man.
also, I don't know. There was like a little time where like there were these like self-driving cars, and there was like kind of like a Google tech innovation too. So it's possible. There was also a time when they were talking about like Amazon building like a headquarters here as
Yeah.
well. Like I don't know. It's
Got a lot
there's
of
an
different shit.
opportunity for Pittsburgh, man. It's just like something has to hit it, Like
I've always
something big.
noticed, man. A lot of this country talks about Pittsburgh. They're always like, "Oh, we'll do something for Pittsburgh."
What's your opinion on DTR? The whole gang, X6, 555, DTR in
Oh,
general, and just what's your advice for upcoming artists?
Oh man, well yo, I think I've already told you guys this, but like what you guys are doing right now is sick. Like this is what you need to be doing is like
Appreciate that, bro.
just helping each other out, collaborating, being honest with each other, because that's the only way you guys are really gonna help each other get to the next level. You can't have the mentality that like there's not enough to go around for everybody, because that's not the truth. Like people listen to multiple artists, people don't listen to one artist.
Right.
So I know there's gonna be like competitive nature and like aspects where like there's only certain spots for certain people and opportunities, but you can't really think like that. You have to think that there's going to be more opportunities coming down the line. So I would just say like keep doing what you guys are doing, like collaborate, help each other out, and don't get into that weird mindset of being selfish. Like make sure you guys find the right people to also help out too. You don't
Right.
want to put your energy into like the wrong artists that aren't going to like help you guys and reciprocate it back too.
Oh, we learned that one already.
Yeah, but like keep going
Facts.
hard on like the social media, keep pushing the right people. Put your energy into the right people too, and like it'll all come back, man.
Keep working.
Yeah, like you guys are doing the right thing.
Means a lot,
Appreciate you, JD.
Appreciate
Man.
you guys, man.
Guy. So just any final things wrapping up for the outro that you have to say for the people, anything they should be expecting coming from you specifically, or just any outro you have for the people.
Dude, definitely. So make sure you guys stay tuned for Fedchella. That's on the rise, of course.
Hey, gang.
Yeah.
You want that
Yep.
north side shit.
And also, I'll actually be starting a podcast too. It's with my friend Colin Ray. He's a TikToker, but stay on the lookout for that. We're gonna be dropping some episodes this summer.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
On that note, you guys, obviously you guys know the deal. 555,
If
Dead
you
Pop
will.
Star Official.
Well,
Follow him on everything.
Gang,
At
gang.
JDMadeThis, follow him on everything. We out here down the Root Collective, DTR Media. We've been out here doing this shit for a while now, and you guys been following us and watching in. Shout out to JD one more time. Thank you,
Gang,
bro.
gang.
Shout out to you guys, man.
You got anything to
Appreciate
say,
you.
man?
Nah, we appreciate all our fans at DTR, you know what I'm saying? Stay tuned to all the shit we got cracking, you know what I'm saying? We, of course, appreciate JD and Adi Les for this amazing opportunity. That's it.
That's that,
Appreciate
JD.
you guys. Thank you.
Anytime. Yeah.
Ah, wait, DTR.